Yes, I have been very denial. I've been very denial about my country. However, I was a child. I was going through grief in Tokoza, South Africa. Um, Apartheid, South Africa. Colonialism, South Africa. Political violence, Tokoza. I was a child. I was grieving. Hence, in my previous videos, there's grievances of me talking about like China, Russia, and America having like companies that are dominating with mineral resources in African countries. I spoke about that. I was very angry. I was a kid. These are the grievances inside my inner child. You know, these are the things I was never allowed to express. These are the things I was just told to keep quiet. I was told to shut my mouth. I was a child. I was looking for validation and approval from my surrounding. I was raised by my surroundings. That is where I was receiving all the information. Everything I learned was from there. I was a child. Forgive me for that. You can never blame me for that. You can never blame me for the past. I can never I never identify with the past any longer anymore. I never identify with it. However, there are still the parts of me that are still hurt. There are still parts of me that still do get hurt. There's still parts of me that still feel abandonment trauma, betrayal trauma, rejection trauma, intergenerational trauma for 300 centuries of South Africans and Africans under colonialism. I was grieving, and there's four stages to grief. The first stage is denial, so it's normal what I was going through. Any child or any adult who recreated their patterns, you understand? It's okay. The first step is denial. I think the second step is anger. Yes, there's anger in me. There is anger in me. Like there's anger, there's rage in me. You know, I was a child when all of this happened. You know, like part of me wonders what I could have done at the time. I wish I could have done something. Could I have changed it? However, I would like to thank everybody, the leaders, uh, my father, Bongankosi, Mchacho, man, the commanders, MKVA, who protected us, during the political violence. And we are alive because of you guys. However, the question I do have, I wonder is that's like are there people where all people in the war times, whether it's colonialism, whether it's apartheid, whether it's world war, whether it's slavery, where any traumatic event, is were there any people who were not using the fight and flight mode? That's what I'm asking, because that's what we need to do now. We are never going on fights and flights now. They know Africa never has any nuclear. Africa, like I'm over this, man. I'm over this. I'm forgiving. Little bit, little bit. White man, I'm never angry with you. I was never angry with you. I was always mad at myself. I was always angry at me. You know, you were just part of all this. I was asking myself questions. You know, being a black person is a blessing. Yeah, my name is Mvelocity.